The Planning Workbench helps you to mine clients for additional work and referrals, obtain more and better leads, identify your best prospects so that you can focus your attention on them, evaluate your most valuable practice areas, types of work and fee structures, and propose and evaluate changes to your practice. Let's start with showing you how to use the Planning Workbench to mine current and former clients for additional work and referrals. Depending on the type of law you practice, clients can often be sources of repeat business, new business, and referrals. If this is true for your practice, then mining clients for additional work is by far the most cost-effective and time-effective way for you to increase business. Current and former clients represent low-cost business development opportunities that you just don't want to overlook. The Planning Workbench will help you to determine which clients to mine, how to mine those clients, and often even where to mine those clients. A practice's most valuable clients represent the best opportunity to obtain additional business and referrals. Attorneys normally consider their most valuable clients to be those that brought in the most revenue. But revenue may not tell the whole story, since the revenue number doesn't account for the time spent working on the client's case, especially important when considering that some attorneys discount or don't bill for some of their time. So the Planning Workbench shows a practice's most valuable clients two ways. First, from both a total revenue standpoint, and second, from a revenue per hour standpoint. Both can be used to determine which clients to mine for additional work and referrals. Speaking of referrals, this Planning Workbench chart shows the total revenue that each of a practice's best lead generation sources brought into the practice. This chart can be used to determine which referral sources to cultivate for even more additional revenue. For example, use this chart to ask yourself how you might show your appreciation to each of the top 4 referral sources. Lunch? A simple thank you note? Tickets to a show or game? The next chart should give you more insight. The majority of responders to a recent poll of small practice attorneys indicated that the most difficult part of business development is knowing what works. The Planning Workbench keeps track of the business development activities that the practice has used and how effective they were. It also suggests other business development activities that the practice can use. The Planning Workbench tracks both directed marketing activities, which involve specific clients and prospects, and promotional marketing activities, which broadcast the practice's services to a wide audience. Directed marketing activities include, for example, meals, on-site visits, and thank you gifts. Promotional marketing activities include things like advertising, trade group memberships, networking groups, and website development. Let's start with how the Planning Workbench can make for more successful directed marketing results. This Planning Workbench chart shows how effective the practice's directed marketing activities are. For example, this sample chart shows that business meals were associated with an average of $2,400 per client revenue. The chart puts an actual value number on different directed marketing activities. That allows the practice to focus on those activities that are associated with the greatest revenue. The chart can even be customized to show which venues were associated with the greatest amount of client revenue. For example, this chart shows that lunch at Davio's restaurant was associated with $2,500 in client revenue. The next chart shows how the Planning Workbench can make for more successful promotional marketing. This Planning Workbench chart shows the return on investment of each dollar spent on different promotional marketing activities. For example, this sample chart shows that the practice gets back $10 and $3 respectively for each dollar spent on the 2 networking groups the practice belongs to. But the practice doesn't even break even on website development and advertising. The chart helps practices to make informed business decisions about which promotional marketing activities to continue to use and which should either be changed or dropped. As a further aid, the Planning Workbench comes with a list of different types of promotional marketing activities that the practice can look into. Finally, by keeping tabs on your previous business development activities with a client, the Planning Workbench can help keep the relationship between you and that client fresh and active.